boys and girls. Welcome to Nighty Night Story Time. Do you know it's so cold in my house that I have to wear a sweater over my nightgown? And I'm so lucky because the electricity has not gone out either. So tonight I have two books for you. I have Cozy by the famous author Jan Brett, and it is published by G.E. Putnam and Sons. Storms rolled over the time when Cozy the muskox was separated from his herd. He was used to being with his family. His mother and father had named him Cozy because his silky coat was so soft and thick. Cozy braced himself against the wind, and his thick coat warmed him like a blanket. In a tussock, a mother lemon's pups were squeaking loudly. I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. She used a triple carry to tunnel them toward a new spot where she saw a towering mountain of fur. In no time, the lemon family settled in next to Cozy's left hoof. She whispered, "Quiet voices, and that muskox will never notice us." Snowshoe here, feeling chilly, had the same idea. "Master Muskox," he asked politely, "may I wait out the storm under the protection of your very thick coat?" Cozy was happy for the company and well aware that a lemon family had snuck in. He said, "Welcome, Snowshoe here, but mind those lemons. Quiet voices and gentle thumping only." Snow swirled and flumped. Suddenly all grew white. Was it a clump of snow that had hit Cozy on the forehead? No, it was feathers. When Cozy opened his eyes looked into big yellow eyes. The eyes belonged to a snowy owl who also had a request. "Oh, magnificent Uminmat, would you be so kind as to give me shelter? The wind has tumbled me terribly." Cozy knew that snowy owls and lemons and snowshoe hares were not always fast friends, but he agreed with some conditions. House rules are quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself. Arctic Fox's nose was turning blue. Her bushy tail wasn't warm enough, and every time she wrapped it around herself, the wind unwrapped it. Thinking Cozy would make a good windbreak, she sidled up to him. "Do you mind, Mr. Ox, if I unfreeze my nose in your thick fluff?" Cozy was happy to welcome a few new guests, but eyeing her sharp canines, he answered, "For the harmony of all, quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, and no biting." As winter went by, the storms grew worse. The wind blew and blew, and a low, humpy shape appeared, swaying and shuffling. His coat was covered with ice balls. "Shaggy beast," it growled. "I fell into an ice floe and am chilled to the bone. Can you help me?" Cozy was happy to invite the wolverine in, but added to the house rules. Quiet voices, gentle thumbing, claws to yourself, no biting, and no pouncing. Cozy's new friends cleaned their coats, pressed their feathers, napped, and were glad for their comfy shelter. But then, above the wind, the animals heard yip, 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 yip. A team of huskies, always on the lookout for a good thing, barreled into Cozy's big bulk, flinging the creatures in all directions. Their musher, a sea otter, looked on in dismay. "Hi," the lead dog grinned. "House rules," chorused the jostled lemons, snowshoe hare, snowy owl, Arctic fox, and wolverine. Quiet voices, gentle thumping, claws to yourself, no biting, no pouncing, and be mindful of others. Cozy, wary of the lead dog, who looked a lot like a wolf, shook his horns to make sure the huskies understood. As time went by, the wind calmed a little, and the Arctic sun climbed higher in the sky. The animals felt more at home every day. But Cozy had spring fever. I want to find my family. How can I move about with all these visitors underfoot? The house rules were stretched every day. One was a nibble, a bite. One was a hoot, quiet or loud. There was bumping, making faces, and nobody was saying, I'm sorry. One sunny day, the lemons were playing and climbing the ladder. A great chunk of Cozy's coat came off. Then another hank came off in Snowy Owl's talons. Cozy remembered this from last year. Shedding meant it was finally spring in Alaska. Hank by hank, all of Cozy's silky winter coat drifted down the slope. Cozy's largest started heading to their spring homes. Cozy hadn't felt so free and breezy since he was a calf. He jumped, he gamboled, and then in the middle of a gleeful leap, he saw his herd. He ran to join his mother, his father, his sister, and his brother. Where were you? We were worried, said his sister. Fluffy? We missed you, said his brother snugly. I made some new friends, Cozy told them, but it was nice to get back to musk ox ways. They all formed a circle, babies in the middle, but Cozy felt curiously alone. Then the breeze carried squeaky and growling, whistling voices. See you next year, Cozy. Meet you when the snow flies, Cozy. The snow's here, thump, 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 as they all called, we can't wait to get cozy with Cozy. I hope that you like this book as much as I did, because it was about a yak up in the tundra, and it makes me so cozy feeling. The next book is a book about beds. My Bed, Enchanting Ways to Fall Asleep Around the World by Rebecca Bond. Published by Mifflin and Company. My bed rocks on the water. In the Netherlands, some children live on houseboats or canals or rivers. Like everyone else in these children's homes, their beds move gently up and down with the waves. My bed sways in the breeze. For a century, sleeping in hammocks has been a tradition in Brazil, Mexico, and other countries of South and Central America. Hammocks provide a comfortable and transportable way of resting, and in some cases also protect against scorpions and snakes. My bed's beneath a curtain. In warm, humid parts of the world, such as India, finely woven netting prevents mosquito bites, even when one is sleeping with the windows wide open. My bed's aloft in trees. In traditional houses nestled in the mountains of Norway, children sleep nestled into beds that are nestled into walls. These alcove or cubby beds save space, offer privacy, and help keep sleepers warm. My bed's a rug of woven wool my father's mother made. At night in Afghanistan, many families lay mattresses atop soft, hand-woven rugs to sleep together in a common room. In the morning, they fold their bedding to the side. My bed's a mat of river grass that lies beneath tree shade. During the dry season in parts of Ghana, children may prefer to nap outside in the fresh air. Courtyards provide sheltered places to doze on mats or mattresses, which can be brought inside during the night once temperatures turn cooler. My bed is made from fired clay and heated from below. In northern parts of the world, such as Russia, winter temperatures can be so cold that many homes have a large stove for cooking and heating. Thick walls make the stove safe to touch and a cozy place to sleep. My bed unrolls on grassland vast, it travels where I go. In the wide open steppes of Mongolia, nomadic people move when the seasons change to find fresh pastures for their horses, sheep, and yaks, just as their ancestors have for centuries. My bed is in the courtyard, our family's private space. Some traditional homes in Iran and other parts of the Middle East are built around a cool, peaceful courtyard. High walls offer quiet private outdoor place to rest on hot summer nights. My bed is on the rooftop, the coolest sleeping space. In some desert areas in North Africa, including parts of Morocco, scorching summer days give way to cool nights. What better place to catch a dreamy breeze and gaze at the stars than on the roof? My bed is built from sturdy wood. My bed is warm, my bed is good. Many bed frames in Canada and the United States are made of wood that comes from these countries' forests. Hardwoods like maple, walnut, cherry, oak, and birch make for strong beds that last for many years and can be passed down from generation to generation. My bed's a futon on the floor. There is no bed I could love more. For hundreds of years, people in Japan have slept on mattresses called futons. A futon sits on the floor atop a straw mat called a tatami. In the morning, children roll up their futons and put them in a closet or hang them out the window to keep them fresh. Can you see me in my bed? I fit so nicely, toe to head. My bed is mine and me and right. It's bedtime now for me. Good night. What I especially like about this book is that the illustrator did it in fabric figures. That was really special. Boys and girls, I'm so glad you joined me on this cold and windy night. I hope to see you next week.